did you know that you definitely tilted s1mple?
No, I don't give a shit what they yell. So.
My favorite part, seeing you, Trace.
That's a lie. Try again.
It's time for the last lobby of the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2023. This is going to be so much fun because the players, they're always on an edge a little bit more when it comes to the playoffs. 6 teams remain, and I'm going to go and chat to some of them, see how they're feeling, and just hopefully get some good insight from them. Hello, Mr. Borup.
Hey, thanks.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. What about you?
I'm doing very well. You eliminated my boys last night in a very convincing fashion in the end, man. It was the ancient game, though. My God, that was wild. You basically played 2 maps in one.
Yeah, that was a wild game. We couldn't seem to break them on the T set of ours. We lost like 9 rounds in a row, and it was so close. And then when we finally broke them, we were like, okay, we need to just bring some rounds together so we can get something off our CT side as well. Now,
I want to look at one thing here. Where's the rest of your team? You're just on your own.
Well, some people are more popular than others, so they're obviously doing socials and stuff.
We need to change our ESL. We need to focus more on this man for sure. I want to focus on you a bit though, because in your roles and the positions you play, I see you doing a lot of supportive stuff, but also entry fragging. And for me, they're some of the toughest roles, but you're always smiling. You're always laughing, even when you die first. Like, where is your mental strength must be very high.
No, I'm loving it. It's so enjoyable because like, there's nothing better to just like, it's not like I jump around corners, right? But like, if I go first and I'm like, if I'm traded every time by device or blame, like, it's lovely. I love seeing them clutch. It's such a pleasure because, like, they're just so talented at the game. I would have not want to run first for them, right? So it's just, like, the pure pleasure of just playing someone's best abilities and win, right? It's a joy to see.
And that's what's really wild, because even in the game, I was like sat behind you guys when you won on Ancient, and then I watched you guys come out, and you're still laughing. There's not like, oh, we won. And it's just like, you guys are just enjoying every moment of it. Now, I understand the whole thing of saying in tournaments, oh, at the moment, we're not taking it as pressure, we're not thinking on that. But the mood, is this something you've worked on focusing on, or is this just something that's happened naturally already? Because you're still new to come into the team.
No, I think it comes a lot naturally, right? But we obviously want to enforce it as well. So when they look at us, like, we want to be the happy team. We want them to look at us and be like, oh shit, they're enjoying this so much, right? This is they're enjoying it a bit too much, maybe even. But like, it just comes naturally because we all come along very well, right? And at the same time, we focus a lot on this.
Yeah. And what's it like for you, who, as a player who'd been away from the very top of CS for a while, to come back in and now you're sat in a Cologne playoff?
No, it's incredible. Like, I didn't believe this like less than 2 months ago, right? I didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah.
I knew I had the abilities to do it, right? But I didn't have the options to it. So it's an amazing feeling, obviously.
What's it like for you as a pro player though, where so many people can say, oh, we don't want him maybe because you're not a notable name, like you mentioned, for example, on the social media things, but at the same time, now you've just proved it to everyone. Do you think there's a lot of players that go through this where like they might not have the right role or the right position for them or just the right team, and then they kind of get unfair criticism?
I think for people who play my role, they don't get noticed a lot. Maybe behind the scenes a lot. Like, I saw Kerrigan shouting me out on Twitter. He was like the only one who wrote to me after I got signed, right? And that like put a bit of spark in me, right? Because like obviously he knows what he's talking about. Exactly. Like, he's in the game, right? But obviously the fans who watch the game, like, they just look at the stats and they're like, yeah. But the people who knows about my role, they will appreciate the ones that actually does it.
This is what I've said. I had an interview, this was back at Dallas with JDC, and I was saying, like, people looking at his stats and thinking, oh, he's doing nothing. But I'm like, if you look at how he's setting his other players up, it's such a key component. But for you guys right now, obviously you're riding a high, yeah? You still have no expectations of this, but getting to playoffs, was this a goal you'd thought about? Was this something you'd set, or you don't even talk about it at all? Be honest with me.
Obviously, we spoke about the dream of it, right?
Yeah.
We would love to play in front of the massive crowd, and we're even talking about it now. Like, this is going to be an incredible feeling, right? But we still have no expectations, and like we're still going above everything. Like, we went to the lower bracket, and it was gonna be such a good experience to see. Like, okay, how much can we push it? How is this gonna work with us? Like, it's gonna be a tight schedule.
Yeah.
We learned so much from just like being in the lower bracket and how we want to work with it. And the fact that we went through it the first time we tried it is amazing. Like,
one of the things I was going to say as well was you played the very first game and the last game of the day, and your game went the longest as well. Is there something specifically that these performance coaches and stuff are telling you to stay energized, to stay ready? Because I thought you might guys come in a bit flat. Obviously, on the first map, both teams were loud, but you could see Navi's energy went down a lot quicker than you guys.
Yeah, we have a very good performance team around us, right? And we get a lot of help of like how to conserve our energy between the games, right? Thanks to us, we had a quick game against Mouse, so we had
helps, yeah.
we had some more time to prepare and to relax. For example, some people are just pure grind. Like Blame doesn't take a nap. He doesn't he sits down and watches some demos.
Did he go to the gym between games?
I actually don't think so. He might have, because I had a nap. I obviously had a nap, right? Because I needed some energy. But he was just watching demos and grinding with the coaches and stuff like that. And most of the guys were, right? But we get a lot of help and to recharge our energy, I'd say.
And it worked out perfectly. Now, for you though, when was the last time you were in the playoffs of a big event? When was that?
I don't remember. It must have been an online tournament.
It
It must have been back in COVID with Heroic. Maybe the one before I was kicked. No, we didn't make playoffs there. That's probably...
So for you, this is like huge, right? But you still seem really chill with it all. Because I see you as more like still an experienced player compared to especially some of the younger guys on your team. So what's the feeling for you internally?
My feeling it's incredible. I'm so happy to be here, and I feel like I actually belong here with this role. Obviously, it's I belong here just as much as everyone else, right? And now that I've finally found a team where I fit right into, and they lack my expertise maybe from the former teammates, so it just feels great to be with these guys here. Yeah.
How you doing, Steph?
I'm all good, just doing some media stuff, nothing much.
No, early morning media, you like that, Buzz?
It's a bit rough with the late night matches today, but we're here.
What time did you finish last night?
I'm not too sure, actually, like 1 o'clock or something.
You must have been pretty pumped up, hard to sleep after that win.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were at the hotel like 1:30, ate some food, went to bed, laid in the bed for like 2 hours. So yeah, not a lot of sleep today.
Have you realised though, as it sunk in, you've made playoffs?
Not really. I mean, it's still still very exciting. But yeah, we're just looking forward to it.
What about you? You happy? You shocked you come this far, considering you kept saying, "Oh, we have no expectations. We don't think we're going to win."
I mean, I believed in us all the way. I don't think I was shocked that we made it, but it's just like a extra like nice thing to actually go far, right? But I don't think any of us realized how far we actually are until we're like in the arena with the fans. It's gonna be insane.
For you, Steph, how different is it from Sprout coming into Astralis? Like, what's the difference in feeling, the team atmosphere, the vibe? Give me the lowdown.
I mean, there's a lot of difference. Like, also one specific thing is like we focus a lot of the like outside of the game as well. Like, you know, that we're good friends as well, and not only like colleagues, how I want to say it. And like we have a nice bond together, which is like very important, I feel like, and it makes us stronger. So that's like very different from like international teams and just in general like tier 2 teams, right? Or only playing online stuff like that. So that's nice.
Do you feel any of the added pressure now you wear the Astralis jersey? Because like for me, when I talk to you in interviews, when I see you on the server, there's not much of a difference in you. Just obviously you've got a few more stars around you.
I mean, I don't really feel like there's extra pressure. I think we're good at like handling the pressure. It's not like we're talking, okay, we need to win this. As I said, we don't really expect to win in the start. We just want to get progress, right? So no, I don't really feel the pressure.
So okay, you guys keep saying this to me. Yeah, we don't expect to win at the start. What happens if you win Cologne then? Where does this change?
I mean, of course, then you get higher expectations for yourself when this happens. But yeah, I don't even know. Like. It just comes when it comes, right? I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens, right? We'll ask this again in a few days. For you, Buzz, you had your Dallas outing, which was the first one, the first big test, and now coming into Cologne. How would you say your growth has been as a player? Because right now you seem to be playing a lot more confident. The clutches are coming through. You've been getting some really key rounds that have kept the Astralis going.
Yeah, I think I've said it a couple of times now, but I feel like obviously in my new T roles, I'm playing more lurk now, like I was used to before I came to Astralis. So obviously when I first came, there was a bit of challenges with a lot of new roles and also going to Taiwan. And then I just think like the whole setting in Astralis right now is way more comfortable. All the new staff we have around it and the new players we brought to the team, and the team chemistry is really good right now. So yeah, it makes it easier.
What I would say, right, it feels like now with Astralis, it's more of like the boys. Before, it was all like super professional, not super animated. Sometimes the mood was a bit up and down. Now we've got the loud, the screaming, the hysterical laughter, the craziness. Does this just suit all you guys better? Look, you're laughing now while saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're really just trying to have a lot of fun while playing, remembering that, I mean, this is like our dream job, and we're here to enjoy it. So we're trying to have a lot of fun, but also, of course, trying to win.
That's what it is, right? It's all of our dream jobs in somewhere like I'm still a huge fan of the game itself. So again, to talk to you guys, get insight, understand things better. It's all interesting. It's all something we're developing in. But I want to ask this. Device, flamez, they've had their smack talk, they've had their trash talk. What's some buzz trash talk we can see potentially come out of there? What would you say? Because you scream and you cheer. Yeah. We've not heard like, what did Device say yesterday? Alexi B known for rush A, then fake and go B. What would buzz be?
I don't know. There might come some spicy ones up against heroic.
Can we get them in English?
I'm not sure. They're gonna come to me in the match, but of course there's a little bit of, I don't know, bad blood there maybe. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, this is the battle for like best Danish team as well. Now for heroic, they have this whole family environment. They said this, but they were like the villains of Denmark. Do you still see you guys as the good guys?
I mean, yeah, of course. I also think that like the fans in Denmark still, of course, are on our side, which is insane, and it's just nice to know, right?
Yeah.
It helps a lot. But there's no doubt that it is like a rivalry between us, you know, Danish against Danish. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Do you ever practice against heroic?
If we practice against them, yeah, we did. I don't remember when, but we did for sure. But again, practice, you can't really put anything into it because
it's a little bit.
You practice stuff, you don't really play to win most of the time and stuff like this, and sometimes even new maps. So
with practice, actually, that's a good point because you obviously face a lot of the teams you're practicing against. So if you want to try something new, do you try it against some lower down teams, the ones that maybe won't be able to give that information over?
I mean, both yes and no. I mean, we don't practice against teams that we know we can play in tournaments like soon, right? Like when we go to Cologne play, of course, we don't do a practice against G2 tomorrow. But I think you also test your stuff against the good teams, just not when you can like meet them and let's say within 1-2 weeks, whatever, right? But yeah, the lower teams are for sure also like kind of some fresh air because they play very different from Taiwan. So that's also nice to play against.
You know, some of these like up and coming tier 2 teams and stuff we see about. I don't know if you call Spirit tier 2 right now, but obviously they brought a lot of their academy rosters up. You guys played against them?
Yeah. We did.
How are they?
They're
pretty strong, like individuals, right?
Yeah, they have some pretty strong individuals. But they played, I don't know, we played them a couple times, I think, but it was like a new roster every time.
Oh,
I don't really think they figured it out yet, like when we played them. So I'm not sure we played exactly the lineup they have right now, but yeah, they are for sure some strong individuals.
Now, Bob, I'm going to ask you one question to finish this out. How well did you know Buzz and Stare before you joined Astralis?
I knew Buzz a tiny bit because he was standing in for Madlines back in 2021, maybe. I never knew Stare. I never played a face with him. I only heard good things about him because we had a lot of mutual friends, right? Okay. So yeah.
And you were kind of like in and out of the Danish side, right? Because you obviously played on the. Was your dream always to be on a Danish team?
Yeah, for sure. Like just national teams. I think everyone thinks that it's like better than international.
Oh, that's a topic. That's a topic.
I think so.
Because international teams have won more in recent times.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just now I'm talking about like how you feel in a team and how close you can get to your teammates. Like, there's no doubt that when you play with like teammates from the same country as you, it's just like more like it's just closer. Every time, I would say. I don't think that it can like change up.
There we go. Keep it within. Oh, Harry, there he is. Look at this big guy here. No, blame, turn around. Well, he can't escape me. This is unlucky. Hello, friend. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
So I need to ask you this question. I was talking about it with Bo Rob. You played your first game very beginning of the day. Then you had the last game of the day. Did you go gym in between?
No. I could.
You didn't?
Because I had to do anti-strat.
Ah,
I
okay.
came home to the hotel and I had 2 hours to do anti-strat, so I prioritized that. Nice. And I actually told myself I would go gym when I got home from the game, but we came back at 2.
But it was so late.
Yeah, no, I couldn't because we also had a media day today. So no gym yesterday, but it was my first off day this event, so we'll hit it hard today, me and Devin.
It's nice to know flamez is also human and does need to take some time off as well. But mate, that game yesterday was absolutely wild. I was saying to these guys, like the trash talk you and Debbie was giving was good fun. What's with the AWP now one? Explain this one to me. Why did this come up? Just because you had the AWP in hands? Was I missing a meme somewhere?
I mean, I've been telling the team that I'm a good AWPer, and I've always been told that either I'm the 4th or the 5th AWPer. So we need to have 4 AWPers in a round in order to get an AWP. So I was like, yeah, well, I proved them that I'm an AWPer. But I was so bad because like my first shot I shot and he wasn't even on the screen. Like, I kind of like just pre-fired with the AWP. So
you tried?
Yeah, so it's just horrible.
If you'd hit it, it looked really good.
Yeah, but I'm happy he peeked into my AWP, so I didn't have to try to peek into him because that would have looked terrible.
It would have been what, like this, like kind of
going very slow, very slow for sure.
Okay, now I need the ranking. So device number 1 AWPer. Who we go in second, third, and then you.
I think Stair is the second.
Okay. Buzz is holding
But that's true. Maybe, but actually, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe in this lineup, I'm the 3rd. But in the last lineup, I was the 4th or 5th. Like I've always been told, like only SpinX is behind you. But
oh wow.
But maybe this one, I'm actually the 3rd one in this one.
So SpinX not an AWPer.
I mean, it's not me who's saying it. I'm just telling you what the team told me. Like the team told me, Super cannot AWP, so you're the 4th AWPer. But there's never gonna be a scenario where we need 4 AWPs, you know. So.
Well, you know, if you're really far ahead in one game, can someone make sure he gets an AWP in his hand so we can just see some of this magic again? It could just make some good content.
I'll pick it up if I can.
Yeah,
I might just buy a hero AWP. That's what Kinder did against us, an Inferno. He just bought a hero AWP and his AWP was standing on B bombs with a pistol. So maybe I'll just do that.
It could work. And you've always got a pistol afterwards if you whiff the first few shots. You can make something work.
Yeah, I'll just save it.
I'll just pass it over afterwards.
I'll just save it.
Economy management, that is key. But that game yesterday was crazy, right? And if we're being serious about it, that was a lot of energy from you guys, but you kept it going the whole way out. How proud are you of the team?
Very proud, honestly. Like it was a tough match because it's elimination and everything. Yeah. And like the thing I'm most proud of is just like, even though obviously we could have lost that game, they also played very well, but there wasn't like any rounds where any of the teammates were like bringing the mood down or not believing in it. Like the whole way through.
I was behind you, so where your bit is, I'm on the other side. I was listening the whole time. You know, I don't speak Danish. When I was talking to Bob, I was like, this poor guy throws all the utility, goes in first, laughs like a maniac, and still just does everything you guys need in a good mood.
It's Joe for sure. But it's just everyone is just a good mood and everyone played great. And yeah, even though it was a close game, we just believed in it the whole way. And I think that made a difference, honestly, because the last map was also a bit rough.
Yeah. How intense was it in the first game, though? Because I was seeing... At the beginning, we had the trash talk, and it was fun, and there was a bit of back and forth. And then when it got really intense and close, it was good mood from the teams, but it was so quiet. There was no more of the waving. There was no more of the I'm an AWPer. There was no more of the device saying Alexi B's only known for one thing.
Yeah, I think it's also because like at some point you run out of timeouts and stuff, and you only have like 15 seconds to make a call in the freeze time. So sometimes like when you go for like one half to the other, there's no like break. So it's hard to like trash talk because we just like you have 10 seconds to make a call and you just thought about T side. Now you're on CT side. So yeah, I think it's just at some point you have to like focus on the game, right, instead of focus on trying to get in the opponent's head.
And when it comes to focusing on that game, at what point did you feel like you started to run out of ideas and you're just trying to like play on the fly a bit more? What point does it get where, okay, we tried this, we've done this, because it was so back and forth and you played so many rounds?
I don't think it's like running out of ideas. I think it's more about like finding the right solutions mid-round. I think sometimes it's like, I feel like when you get the map control and you get like an idea that's like, you get into a bomb site and you feel like you should have won that round, then it's kind of like in the mindset of like, okay, should I keep doing the same because I feel like it actually worked, but we lost the round, or should I try to like mix it up because they like adapting? So I don't think it's about like running out of ideas. I think it's more about finding the solutions mid-round. Did
you know that you definitely tilted s1mple?
No, but did I?
Mate, it looked like it. There was some death slams, there was some unhappiness, there was that for sure. And you got a smile on your face after saying that. That was, they started high and then we just saw the crumble. But does it feel like that when you're playing against someone? Can you notice it?
I think we know that we have a very strong, I don't know the perfect English word, but like a strong team chemistry. I don't think we get as much down from like losing rounds as other teams do. So I do think that if we have like close games against other teams, there's a higher chance that we keep the mood up rather than them.
Now I'm just going to do this, you blame. There's your mortal enemies over there. Are you going to crush and destroy them?
We'll do our best. That's what you're getting.
I'm chilling. I didn't sleep.
You didn't sleep a lot? Why did you not sleep a lot?
It was a late game and then we had early media, so
You love meaty snappy, right?
I fucking love it.
You love winning more though, and that was a damn good fun game last night.
Yeah, it was a fun game, but it was also one where it's nice to have an off day, which it isn't really an off day, but it's like
Wait. Off day? Where was it an off day?
no, it was nice to have an off day
Oh, the
today,
day,
as in
okay,
like we have
okay.
media only, obviously, but
I thought you were trying to say because you didn't play 2 games that day.
no. I mean, I also think it was kind of off day but we still managed to get the win, so.
What was impressive about the win yesterday, right, is that in the opening 2 games, we're looking at NertZ, we talked so highly about him, wasn't quite there, right, to where you need him to be. You still made everything competitive, you were still fighting there. But what are you saying to your team members during this point? Do you feel like you have a system at the moment where anyone can step up that you need?
Yeah, I believe so. I think everyone can have an off game and we can still win. It's also what I always say to NertZ. If he's feeling a little bit sad that he's maybe had an off game, I always say, but it's good. Imagine what will happen if you play good then. So like having an off game is always fine. The only thing I require is that nobody is gonna lose to themselves, like as in bring the team down. That's the thing we cannot do. And then the result will be what the result will be.
Now, I don't think you ever, I see you getting frustrated sometimes, but I don't think you ever have like a super down mood. So explain to me your mindset through these games, because obviously you're leading, you're looking at the rest of the team members, but you're an interesting in-game leader to me because I see others like an Apex or Wild out there, Kaden the same. You're more stoic.
Yeah, I believe having stability is the most important thing. They need to be able to rely on me always, and in the matches they need to feel that I am consistent. Like they need to know that my voice is consistent, my comms is consistent. So I try to keep everything as calm as possible, and yeah, that's what I think works the best. Obviously, hyping is also good, but we have some other guys that are also hyping. So before with the old team, I would say I had more responsibility in that department. I was hyping more, but now we have a lot of people yelling, so I can be a little bit more stoic and keep it stable.
So the goal here is to keep the young ones to be the vocal voices in there, and you save your energy for everything else.
I would say it depends on the team. I can do both. I can hype if needed, but I try to find whatever role will work the best with whatever players I have. So my behavior is gonna change based on which players I have.
Now for you, right? Going up against Kaden, Heroic, they came in that obviously super cocky, super confident. The back and forth, like the shouting and screaming. I did love NertZ's little bit where he was telling them to sit down, and he made them sit down 2 rounds in a row. But not even that. Those were like such crucial rounds. How happy were you?
I was super happy. I think both teams on Mirage lost some rounds that we shouldn't have. The NertZ, it was actually like a 5v4 for us, I think, before. No. Yeah, maybe. Like I think we had a pretty good situation before NertZ got the clutch in 2v4, but they lost some rounds they shouldn't have, like the 15-14, they were stacked on B, but we won anyway, and we also had a 2v4 on B. But it was the same for them on the other half. Like we had a 4v2 on B, 2 4v2s on B, so I would say it kind of evened out, so yeah.
By the way, Snappy, when we do interviews, when we talk about things, he remembers the most details about the game, which is why he's the best to interview. But yesterday, I was like, I'm going to talk to NertZ, and he's like, oh, thanks, I'm so happy.
I would say that the thing is, like most players, they obviously say, we should have won this game, we lost this 4v2, but they forget that they also won some 2v4s, right? So.
You're always honest though, that's why I like it, Snappy. You give me the raw details of it. But for you, did you understand what Kaden's saying when he's screaming in Danish? I know we've got the earphones in and stuff, but you can't understand any of what he's saying, right? It's too muffled.
No, I don't give a shit what they yell. So. Like, we have in-ears and the headset on, like, so to me, I just imagine I imagine that they're just saying some stupid stuff that I can laugh about. I can't hear what they're saying anyway, so it doesn't affect me at all, to be honest.
So, is there any members of your team that get bothered by it at all?
No, I really doubt it.
No. Madden seems to be like the one that he can get frustrated, not at what's happening, but himself. I see him make mistakes, and he knows he could have done that better.
Madden is just Balkan. He's like, he's very, yes.
There he is.
He has a lot of expression,
We're
I
talking
would
about
say.
you.
So like, Madden will tilt for 5 seconds, and then after this he will laugh. So it's fine.
I was asking about like you. When I see you not tilt but like get frustrated, it's not normally about like what the team's done to you. It's normally about you've done something wrong and you know you did it wrong, and you're frustrated with yourself. Am I right?
It's both of the things, I would say. I tilt when enemy does something stupid, and I also tilt when I do something stupid. So it's combination, but I'm trying to recover as fast as possible from that.
But it's
Is this why he's sat next to Snappy as well?
I think there's a difference because some players, when you see they tilt, you know, okay, it's over. But with him, it's like 5 seconds, and then you know he's fine again. So that's why it's okay.
Oh, we've lost Snappy. Bye, NertZ. Thanks for taking Snappy away. I guess I've got Madden now. Okay, okay, I'll wait for you. Yeah. No. So NertZ has promised us he's join. He will join. Madden, for you. How happy are you, man, to be in a semi-final spot again? Are you getting Dallas vibes, Dallas feels?
Yeah, it feels like similar to Dallas, to be honest. Like in the team, kinda, the vibes are like really good. We are playing good CS, I would say, and also just outside the server, we are having a lot of fun, and it's just nice.
And when you're talking about, we look at ENCE, and it's like all different nationalities, all different cultures, but you guys have come together really well. And obviously, you've been around on the ENCE project for a while. What was the difference when you're adding someone like NertZ in? What has that brought? What is the biggest change to the team chemistry? Not in-game, but out of the game.
I mean, I would say he's kind of the same guy as me that outside the game. He's just crazy. He's joking a lot, doing stupid things outside the game, and just having a lot of fun. And I think it brings a lot of positive vibes into the team, to be honest.
Now, I got another question, because Mr. Dihar never does. I don't know where Dihar is. He never does interviews at all. He's always avoiding the microphone.
Yeah,
you do a lot. Snappy does a lot. NertZ is good. Some pious as well. Did you make an agreement with Dihar to not do any interviews?
No, we didn't, but he's just trying to escape and hide from all the interviews. He doesn't like it at all, so he's hiding now also somewhere probably.
I saw, like, you got rid of Snappy. NertZ is now gone as well. It's just me and you. But for you and in your current journey through your career, right, would you say you are getting close to the peak? Do you feel like this ENCE is the one that's going to go to the best?
I think, I think we can achieve a lot in CSGO while it lasts for, but I don't know, like now it's weird because CS2 is coming out and it's kind of different games. So, I mean, we are kind of playing right now a really good CS, and I think we are a top team, but we will see when CS2 comes out what is going to change, how people will, how it will affect other people and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, at the moment we are really good.
But you're very young. Do you still have this motivation? I know it's always annoying to change game. I was there when it went 1.6 to Source, for example. And I just stayed on 1.6. I hated Source. But like, do you have this motivation to jump in and go, oh, it's a new game, I want to play it, I get excited? Or what's your thoughts?
I mean, of course. Like, if we're gonna be sitting and crying about the game, how bad it is, how there is this bug, there is that bug, then we're not gonna improve in the game, and people will just take our spot, and there will be better teams than us. So we just need to focus, enjoy the game, and just play it as much as possible.
Okay. And do you think it's going to come out maybe during Pro League, before Pro League? I'm in this mindset of like, before Pro League, they might just drop it, and then you're all playing CS2.
I mean that would be crazy, but I know they also said it is going to be during the players break, but it didn't happen. I mean, I said myself it's going to be somewhere in November, but I don't know. It's just fully random at this point.
We're all guessing, we're all hoping Valve let us know. We've had a few ENCE members, but Mr. Dihar, he always is very unhappy when I say it's time for interviews. But you're going to talk to me a little bit now, Mr. Ninetales. I first want you, can you show off your tattoos? Because people ask me to show off my tattoos. You have got he's got some sick ones, man. Look at this, look at the artwork. And who was the guy that did this?
It was Zhychu from Poznań.
Oh, damn.
It took a long 3 days, but we did it.
You said a lot of pain, right?
Yeah, it was like 10 hours every day, so...
Dude, it's so clean as well. Do you like what you see this? Yeah, see.
I saw it the first second you went.
So Dihar has got his little Ninetales on his desk. Why did you choose Ninetales on your desk? Just like it? Girlfriend? Something different?
Like before in Dallas, I had a dog.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But then I was like scrolling the internet and I saw the Ninetales. I was like, I need to buy it. But that's the rule. Like whenever we are at the airport or something and I see something I like, I just buy it.
Good man. Good ideas, right? If I want it, I get it.
Yeah.
And you want the clone trophy.
I'm not gonna answer that. Not yet.
Okay, he's being very careful with this one. But we have these great conversations on Instagram. When I go shopping around different events, I find all these anime shops. I get a bit more time off than the players. They're very busy all the time. So I'm shopping, and he's like, "Where did you find this? Have you been shopping anymore?"
No, I think
No?
last time it was in Antwerp, so it was a long time ago.
Man.
Yeah.
We need an event in like Japan, and then what we do is me and you, we go a week early, and we just go shopping with big suitcases. You down?
Yeah, I'm down to do it.
We would maybe not even make it to the event. We would just get lost in Japan running around. Anime fun from start to finish. But ENCE right now, you, Diha, you don't like to talk too much on interviews, I know, but your individual level, your performance is still so good. You're like the rock of the team right now. Do you feel like so important for this ENCE roster?
I'm not sure. I know that I'm the part like everyone else. I mean, I sacrificed some of the roles for NertZ and for the other guys, but I think it's better for us like this.
Yeah.
I think, for example, NertZ is much better than me, so it's okay if he will take some roles. Like I don't give a shit if I will play something else. So it's better for the team.
You have this great attitude. This is what I mean, right? Like you don't have the ego and you'll just do that. Some players are like, no, I want to sit in these positions. But you obviously really believe in Snappy on this project, yeah? What is it that changes compared to your past teams?
I think the mentality is the first thing, and the second part is like the work ethic, I would say.
Okay.
Because Marco and Etu, they are doing much more than any coach or any in-game leader did in the previous team. So, and they are also helping. Like Marco is instantly watching the match after the match, and then he's saying, "You need to fix this. You need to fix this." So every single match, you know what you need to fix.
Yeah. And do you like that? Is that the kind of leadership you want?
Yes, I think so. I mean, at the start it was really like annoying because he was doing it like every hour, but I understand it now.
Yeah. And okay, you lifted the trophy in Dallas. That was special, right? Just talk to me. What did it feel like at that moment for you guys? Because you'd come close before.
I mean, it was weird feeling, I would say. It was like something else.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how to even explain this. Like winning is something else. Like I was really happy. Like I was super happy. I just didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just super happy and proud that we finally did it.
Yes, finally did it. And now beating Heroic yesterday, coming to the semi-finals, does this give you the same kind of feeling as Dallas? Do you feel that same energy?
I don't really like to talk about that, but I think yes. I mean, the first match was super close and we didn't really play our game. The second match was also like 50-50, I would say.
In the first half, you had it, right? And it slowed down.
But then versus Heroic, it was like also first map was okay, I would say. We had a game plan. Like the start of the match was a bit shaky, but then we closed it. But second map, it was full shaky.
It was tough.
Like after 5-2, something just crashed inside of us, and we just couldn't connect it like with each other. So, but for the third map, we just said, let's just fuck this overpass. It's shit map anyway, and let's focus on Mirage. And then there was also some unlucky runs, but then we lost some, like I said, unlucky runs in City. But then we won some lucky runs in T, like this NertZ one before, or whatever it was. This was unreal, I swear to God. I've never seen anything like this. I swear, this guy is unreal.
He just needs like the confidence, right? Because in the first two maps, he wasn't super up there. But on Mirage, you could see he was like in his element. He was just feeling the game.
Yeah, but he also needs to understand that we are right after the player break. It's like the first event.
Take some
Everyone
time.
is still rusty and he just needs some time. Like you just need to play the game and he just needs to trust himself.
Okay, so me and you are big anime fans. Who else on the team is big anime fan?
NertZ.
Just NertZ?
It's only me and NertZ, no one else.
Wow. That's disappointing.
I'm always changing Steam avatars. I changed Madden to Rock Lee, and then I'm trying to change Marco to some old Hokage picture, but he changed his Steam settings to this family mode. I cannot do anything there.
Damn
He's
it.
so afraid. He's so afraid of it.
I would say Jiraiya. Would Jiraiya work for him?
I have Jiraiya on
Oh,
my-
you? Why are you Jiraiya though? You're not old.
I'm changing every day, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter. But for Marco, last one, it was the third Hokage.
Yeah.
But he asked why did I put that? I'm like, bro, he's super strong. You need to have him. But then he changed to my picture from some content stuff. So
no.
I need to change it back. I need to get it back.
Okay, we're going to work with the admins and we're going to get these pictures changed. That'd be really hilarious. We'll get snappy, that's for sure. D-Hub, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Much love.
So you guys having a good time though? It looks like, right?
Yeah.
It's been a long come up.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who do you think will win? Vitality or ENCE? No pressure, I'm here, but don't pressure. There is no pressure.
As an American, I can plead the fifth, I think, but damn. Well, ENCE sent me jerseys. Vitality sent me jerseys.
What?
I'm conflicted. I've got jerseys for both, so.
But I'm here. Like,
I'd have to say.
I am Dallas or the Paris Major?
Dallas, 100%.
it's fine.
Sorry.
Guys.
I don't get to hang out and play those games.
Yeah. That's why. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Anything you want to say out there? Look
I
at
will
them.
pay you after, don't worry.
Yeah, deal. No, I'll just invoice not to. It's all right.
I will use this clip after we win.
Oh, great. Well, now that I'll be held accountable for the things that I say, I didn't know that's what my job was, but it is true. Nonetheless, you guys got anything else to do for Media Day?
I did like some couple of TikToks from
TikToks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we talked with Sponge a bit, me and Snappy and some of Astralis, flamez and Bob. Yeah, it was fun.
Just about everybody, almost. We're getting around there. Yeah, so cool. Well, I will continue my journey. Gents, try to stay out of the rain is probably a good idea, right?
Yep.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, guys.
I like that. That was very wholesome. Let's see if we can get one of those have a good days right down the cameras. 3. That was nice. 3, 2, 1.
Have a good day, sir.
Have a good day, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Have we got a very happy Hobbit right now?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, first time in Cologne stage in my life, of course. It's electronic and perfectos, I'm gonna say, aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the clone guys, right? They always made playoffs, so they kept it going. And right now, we keep talking about this, right? This Cloud9, what we hear from other teams was how scary you guys are. Like, I spoke to Rain from FaZe, and he's like, we played against them, electronic dropped 40. Let's see, they're giving you love as well. We were hearing how scary you guys were, but from your opinion, how well was practice going when you had the 5 of you with Axar?
If we're gonna talk about pracs, of course, we did great.
Yeah.
Of course, couple of pracs we lost, of course, but still looks like if we're gonna play as we can, it's pretty scary. Even I'm scared.
Oh, well, he's on the team and he's scared. And for you, you have gone through such a journey because you were with the Gambit youngsters team. You came from the main roster. You took what I would call at the time a step down, in your career because you'd won a major. You're an achieving player. At this point, though, did you already know like these guys could be so good, or was it still a risk for you?
About electronic and perfect?
No, for you. So remember when you were on the main Gambit and you joined the Gambit youngsters team all this time ago? Yeah. Would you say that was a risk for your career to go and jump in with some young players?
Yeah. No, because from some point I understand the game and I understand that Gambit youngsters already, I'm gonna say, were genius in my mind.
Yeah.
Because as I understand the game, I knew that if I will add some ads, some things, everything gonna work. As I said, we were talking with Konstantin Groove. I said him, I know what to do. I know how to help you because I was playing versus you. And from experience side, I know what to add. I know what Shiro, Exile, Inters, Nafani can do. Super at that moment also, he stepped up like last games very hard, and he still has a lot of potential. But I don't know, maybe it's very tough to find your team,
the right people.
Yes. So maybe.
Okay. So and then this pays off for you because I would personally say, I want to see what you think. Your best part of your career is on this team with these guys because even if you won the major with the other Gambit, which is great, everyone wants a major. You've never played, in my opinion, you've never played so good Counter-Strike as you have with the Gambit going into Cloud9. Would you agree?
I agree, just because the first of all, I was just the guy in Gambit 2017 who is just shooting.
That's it.
So yeah, and here, yeah, it's a bit different. I'm trying to create system. I'm trying to call, and I'm trying to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I like. I mean, I'm not agile. I'm not a coach, but I like to do this job. I like to do everything, and it helps me a lot because if I'm creating, if I'm in the system, if I'm understanding what is going on, it's easier to understand the game.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And from there, right, we see you now get to new heights. But I look at removing Nafani, right, removing Inters at the time. Obviously, Buster was more new. We kind of broke the old way, and you now are rebuilding. So this is where things are starting from almost scratch, would you say, from new?
You know, with Nafani Inters, we could be top 5, maybe top 10, top 5. Okay, let's say top 5 team, but not the best team.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna see, yes, of course, you need to step up. It's nothing about Inters, Nafani. It's just about the, the the experience. We need it. So that's why we picked up Booster, because he already was 2 times, 1 time at final the May on
Yeah,
the
it was 2019
yes,
Berlin.
something. Yes.
Yeah, Berlin.
I mean, he looks like at that moment the guy who gonna add a lot of things for us, and that was happened. To be honest, I don't know. The things didn't work, of course. We had some problems with IGLing, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not a secret.
It's not an easy role.
Yes, yes, of course. We had a lot of gaps, but still, yeah. Nothing to say now.
And for looking at now what you have with Perfecto and Electronic, the first thing is how happy everyone is. Now, I know you've told me already, right? Yeah. Honeymoon phase, but I've also not seen Perfecto and Electronic so happy in a long time. I saw the little thing where like Shiro went to fist bump and they fist bumped twice and then they high-fived and I'm like, how good is it in your like boot camp, in your practice areas? How's the energy? Explain it to me.
Yeah, the atmosphere is pretty good, to be honest. We still have, I mean, what I like from Electronic and Perfecto, they're fixing mistakes very fast.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter from negative side or for positive, but it's working, you know. And I like it very much because all we need to be stay professionals, and I like it very much. And as you can see, I think they're happy. I asked them. I mean, for them, the priority was to play with us, as I understand. And as you can see on Electronic's face, he is smiling. Yes, he's laughing. You know.
That great photo done by Vexina photographer ESL, and he's like the trophy's like in his head, and he's just yelling after the win. That was epic.
Yeah, I saw it.
So
yeah,
good,
I saw it. Yeah.
And I also want to look at this though, right, where we see the culture within the CIS community.
Yeah.
It's very different to Europe. So obviously, you know, I live in Ukraine. I'm used to starting to learn this way. The instant feedback you guys give, and some of the Europeans and other people around the world would think, oh, that's so bad. It's so, but it's normal in your culture, right? To just give the feedback. Don't take it personally. Can you just explain that to the fans? Because they're always like, oh no, why are they doing this? But like you can explain it better than I can.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very calm guy who loves just structure, system, and he's the guy who, I don't know how to explain it.
It's hard.
It's very hard, to be honest, yeah, but it's not, we are not thinking about that, to be honest, at all.
You just want to get it better.
He's just helping us as a professionalism, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say in a round, something goes wrong and you guys talk about it, say, okay, look, don't do that again. We might hear it and think it's angry, but for you guys, it's completely normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for us, it's mentality. I think, yes.
That's what I'm trying to understand for everyone out there. And there's one other thing I'm going to ask you before I let you go. Kazakhstan, right? So many players we know from it. Such a beautiful country as well. We want a CS2 major in Kazakhstan, yeah?
Of course. Is
there a venue? Is there a venue big enough?
We have everything. We have everything. If Valve gonna do the major in Kazakhstan, I promise the crowd will be full and very noisy. I promise.
Oh, I love it. I want to see it. Let's hope for a CS2 major in Kazakhstan. Hobbit, thank you very much, my man. My man, how you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing very good, thank you. So, media day, playoffs. I want to ask you the first thing. Na'Vi were always making playoffs, right? Now you and Perfecto come to Cloud9, you make playoffs again. They don't. Yeah. Obviously, you're not happy Na'Vi don't make it, but I mean, you feel like it's your presence, you and Perfecto bring this good luck?
Of course, we're thinking like this, and we hope like this, you know. But yeah, still, we have to improve a lot. We have to work a lot and fix our mistakes. So yeah, we have to be prepared for vitality, you know, in the quarterfinals. So yeah.
Now, talking about improving, you remember if we go back 1-2 years, no English interviews, and everyone comments when we do an English interview. They're like, "Oh, it's so good. They're so confident." Do you feel better now with it all? Do you feel more comfortable doing English interviews?
Yeah, more comfortable because I have more practice from past, you know. But it's not about my English. Like 2 years ago, it's all about my shy, you know. That's why.
So you're more confident now?
Yeah. I think so because I have a lot of practice. Yeah. I'm trying to improve my English skills also. So yeah.
When are we going to get you posting more on social media, Electronic? We look at Twitter, you don't say much. Stream?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a guy who likes social, so, you know, now I have a new team, total new team. I have to build a new system with my team, so I have to work a lot, and I'm not sure if I will, you know, go for my stream.
And you have a family at home, so you need to do team practice, make sure family's okay. So yeah, you're very busy, to be fair. So we won't make you stream or do anything just yet. But overall, when you qualified, there's that picture of you. You seen it on Twitter? Oh, we're going to show them the picture. The editors can add this up. This was a great picture of you when you qualified. So, dun, dun, dun. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that with the trophy just above your head. That's good, right?
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah, and I've not seen you this hyped and happy for a long time. Obviously, it's a new team, yeah, and you feel new energy.
I love these guys. Yeah, they're so kind.
And obviously, you're one of the most experienced players on the team, right? Yourself and Hobbit. But do you feel like this fits together in and outside of the game? You know, like age and maturity, just how you talk and spend time together?
Yeah, of course, it matters a lot for our team because the people, they want to believe in the strong person, you know. I think so. So yeah.
I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Stay here. Just tell him to come here, and I'll hide the microphone. Just tell him to come here. Come into the light. Oh, I got you.
All right.
Perfecto.
Yeah.
You're always so happy. I want to ask you one thing.
Not always, but
he's unhappy when I ask him to do interviews.
Of course.
But you don't need a translator. We talk normally, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but
we just need to get you more confident with it. So we start with this.
Okay.
It's not live. It's just nice and easy.
Okay, that's easy.
So I want to ask you, the little relationship between you and Shiro, this friendship, it looks crazy. It looks so fun. I saw the fist bump, high five, and I'm laughing.
When we do it, I say, give me stronger, and after I can say, give me 5. So it's like this. Yeah.
Does this mean Shiro needs to go to the gym to get stronger?
We go together.
Okay. But you guys, it seems great at the beginning. How was it when you first came to practice with Cloud9?
It's very crazy because we have like 2 different game sense.
Yeah.
Because we come from Na'Vi with electronic, we have some blade stuff, and when we go, it's hard to to give the one game sense from the
one balance.
Yeah.
Put it together.
So, but now it's very cool how we play. But we need, of course, Axel because we practice a lot with Axel, and now with Booster we play like just a mix, like Face It. So, but it's good. We on playoff. So yeah, nice.
And let me just ask about the blade and groove differences, right? Because they're both old school Counter-Strike players from the CIS scene. But do they have very different views?
Sure, yeah. Blade, it's more about he want to give team all tactics, like he want to play in how would say, I don't know.
Like some chess, do each
yes,
piece?
yes, yes.
Yeah?
And Groove give out some, я не знаю, как свобода на английском? Some freedom for us. Yeah, we play like from ourselves, so without this menace tactics. So yeah,
I like it. And when you say like looking at the freedom you guys now have, do you feel this gives you more opportunity to react as you go into the like mid round?
Yeah, sure, because we have like good initiative from me or from Shira. It's when you have this freedom, you can play more like confidence, because you not need scared about you don't remember some tactics or something like that.
And one other thing I wanted to know was, how important was it that you and Electronic joined the team together? Was that always the decision?
Yeah, it's when I'm leave from Navi, I want to play with Electronic, and we try search our new home, and Cloud9 say, let's go, we can play together.
That's really lucky, right? Because not many teams will take both players. So
we're very happy about this.
Okay. And for now, you've got a boot camp facility, right, in Serbia? Yeah, like you have a practice house. How's that? Because I hear Cloud9's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm living in Serbia 1 year, and now it's okay. I just can go from my apartments to boot camp and go back. It's,
really?
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes. It's good. Yeah.
So walk to boot camp, no problem, no flight or anything. Team atmosphere is really good. Now the next one. So first of all, Perfecto.
Thank you, James.
I'm so happy you got to do an English interview, man. I appreciate you so much. Now we're gonna get Shiro. That's the one next, because Shiro. How are you?
All good. All good. All good.
All good. I've been asking some questions to Perfecto around your little fist bump, stronger fist bump, high five. You need to go gym?
I think no.
Yeah.
He needs to go gym?
Yeah, because Perfecto wants stronger fist bump.
I think no.
No, you're not going? You right now, you have the little stones on your mouse pad.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me?
It's hard for question for me about English, but
Alex, I need to translate if you can. His stones on his desk. I want to learn about them.
Он, короче, спрашивает про камни.
Да, я понял. I think he uses it wrong.
Oh,
it should be accumulating energy, yeah, right? Yeah. It's something like spiritual and etc. But I think it's better way when you're playing once again each other, just throw them to the opponent. I think it's much better because he's a weapon. He can hit right in the eye, bullseye. Yeah.
But
just look at the hands. It's just this scary man.
Shiro, just tell me how happy you seem with this new team, because we're looking at you. Your performance has always been good. You're one of the best players in the world, but I'm seeing such more smile on your face.
Я очень...
Firstly, in Russian.
Okay.
Я очень... Сейчас мы играем первый турнир, и мы выходим в плей-офф, сразу же, даже замены, и я очень счастлив, то, что ко мне пришли Илья и Денис. Я очень рад этому, поэтому у меня хорошие только эмоции от этих игр.
It was really quite expected that since very first tournament we will get to the playoffs, and he's very happy to play with Denis and Ilya in one team. So he's almost crying, It's just one question. Yeah. He's very happy.
I like it. Well, I'll let you guys go and be happy and enjoy the rest of your media today. Thank you very much, man. And keep improving his English. Well, this is good. I like this. We got all of this. I'll come give you really tough questions in English to practice with. Thank you, boys. Media day antics continue, and this man is full of knowledge, experience, so handsome as well.
Aww.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, but they don't get me for my knowledge. They want me to be poetic, right? They want me to put in the nice words, have the emotions coming in. No one wants to know what I think. They just want me to talk.
We want you to make analogies, good faces as well, You've got that style of
Yeah, I think that facial expressions in Counter-Strike is very underrated. I think as a talent, it's important to work on your surprises, your emotions,
The veto shock.
The veto. Inferno. That's what I work on in my hotel room at night. You know, when everybody is just relaxing and maybe having a drink, I'm just looking at the mirror, practicing my face and my French, of course, because you got to bring that a little bit. You know,
he's always got to make sure he comes back to the French. But he is Swiss. He has a Swiss passport. Yeah, we try to keep saying he's just French, but he holds multiple languages and lingos: German, English, French.
If I have enough beverage, I might lapse into Spanish here and there. You might catch me. You might catch me over there.
Okay, someone buy him some wines and ask him to speak Spanish. Give me the video afterwards. It'll be fine. We'll all be sorted. Now, yesterday's game, that Na'Vi Astralis one. Oh my God, dude, that was a real test. But I want to get your opinion on what you think from both teams' side of it, because I feel like Astralis had energy the entire game. They both had to play games early on, but then Na'Vi started off with energy. Yeah. But after that Ancient game, even when they came back into Nuke, it felt like they came in like softer. You know, they were not as loud. They were not as creative.
Yeah, listen, I think it's the hard truth is whenever you have a game that's so long, with all these overtimes, it doesn't even matter if it's your map pick or not, right? You give so much into the battle. You give your entire self, all your energy. There is no limit, no holding back. And losing it takes like a huge toll. Yeah. I was already impressed with Navi's ability to bounce back on the second. I was ready to just give up and let Astralis just walk over them. Yeah. So kudos to Navi for that. But yeah, you cannot help but feel like the first map is where the opportunity was missed. Because once we went to overpass, it was a different story. And honestly, we have this man right over there. We have Buzz right behind you.
Clutch King.
I think this might have just been the best day of his young career, right? You have to imagine you're a young kid. You're surrounded by greatness. You have Device next to you in the same jersey. You have flamez with you. You're playing in the Astralis jersey, and you literally qualify them for access. Yeah. Like, how crazy is that?
You take that all day. I was talking to Borop as well, right? And I know because you're an actual analyst, I'm just waffling. What is Blood waffling about? That is me all the time. I was saying to Borop, like, your utility, and then your first man in, you played like the most horrendous roles, and yet he's just happy all the time. How do you view it? Am I right what I'm seeing?
Yeah, we had the chance to talk with him at the desk during the event. We had a really interesting conversation with him, and he was explaining how even though he's got these roles, which in Counter-Strike we would call a bit more shadowy, a bit more harsh and ungrateful to an extent, he can actually have some freedom, right? If he feels something, if he wants to do something, they'll give him that freedom. And I think it's the right way to go about it. Like, he feels like he's having a good time. And even when they're struggling, I think they're capable of keeping a relatively good vibe, which I always think is key in Counter-Strike. And yeah, he's had a couple of games where he was just blinding everybody. The team play on Astralis is lit. Like, the amount of time I see perfect flashes coming for each other.
Oh, dude.
In tense situations against Na'Vi, there's like almost a frag move you can make just on flashes.
I want to go through the demo myself when I get home and look at how many times they were not able to trade Barber's death, because it just felt like every time he went out there, if he had someone behind him, instant follow-up.
No, definitely. I think the pack in Astralis behaves really well. And even if you sometimes would like to point the finger and say, blame F, base F, whatever. Actually, I think he's become really good at mixing it up just a little bit. And whenever he still stays behind, he's finding that impact. The Na'Vi game was super telling. Like on Ancient, it started by blame F being kind of figured out, but then he understood how to change it a little bit so that he could finally have that impact. So listen, if he can do that, man, I'm all up for it. Just all the power to you. It's working. Like, who am I to tell?
Now, do you know what? When I was having a conversation with the Astralis guys, they said to me, well, actually, we don't think these international teams are going to be as good as us in communication. We'll come back to that conversation, though, because obviously they're all speaking Danish. I said, Astaire, you played on the international team. And he's like, dude, it's so much better. It's so much easier on there. So do you think we might ever go back to a trend where we lose some of these internationals and they go back, for example, French scene, something like that?
I don't think we're going to see a trend reverting back to it. Okay. I still think that like international rosters are firmly planted now in the game, and it just opens up so many possibilities for like roster changes and all. But I don't think it's a surprise that the teams who speak national languages have the tighter team play. Like, think about Heroic and how we always talk about them like an oiled machine. Astralis now is looking like a full hand and not 5 separate fingers. So I think this plays into it because you have less confusion, more clear communications. You can handle the stress better because you don't have to second think, what is it going to say, how are you going to say it? Everything is clear. I think it's the same with Cloud9, right? You feel like the intensity of the comm, but they maintain some sort of clarity in what's happening. Like, good luck doing that if you're speaking international or English at the time.
You're gonna have to watch the lobby back when we filmed it. I've got some info from the Hobbit one.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. It's even stuff I didn't know. When Perfecto and Electronic been telling me little things, and I'm just like, oh my god. So yeah, it's gonna get very interesting. I want to touch on your favourites, Vitality, because for me, this was flamez' real debut now. He looked so much more comfortable. And okay, you can be annoyed that they lost to G2, right? Because they definitely had chances to close that game out. But I feel like right now, we're seeing instant returns.
On a few maps. I think that's the only issue that I have, because the roster change happened so close to this incredibly important event, right? There are a few maps where you just look at it and it makes sense. You're like, damn, like this is just working. Like, you look at on Inferno and how they played, you're like, oh my god, they figured it out. And you see the return from flamez and like his individual difference with dupreeh. But there are a couple of maps where dupreeh's experience and the know-how in certain positions is still missed.
Is that like situational?
Yes, I would say it's situational. Like Vertigo, for example, poor flamez on that B side was like struggling massively. I was looking at him, I was feeling for him, you know, not exactly knowing the very good positions, the very good angles, knowing when to fight and not. And this is why Vitality now is probably not title ready, but it doesn't mean they can't do it. It's just, it has to go through like individuals just maybe overperforming a little bit and then creating that momentum, because profoundly in the map pool, they might be a little behind other teams that are more ready, a la G2, for example.
Now, if Axel does come back, which...
Don't break my heart.
Do you feel like it's going to be the tough time for Vitality? Because we've heard all these things, but my issue is, for Axel, great player, one of the best in the world. What was he, top 4 last year?
Probably.
Shiro was 3.
Or third, maybe even.
Yeah, and
I think he was third. I think he overtook Nico in the last
shit.
ranking.
See, so. But then he's not going to play the clone. He's going to have to come straight back into a playoff game and play Vitality. Yeah. That could be the undoing of this.
Listen, we're going to play the game of Axel might arrive. And at that game, I would say, think about the pressure he'd have on his shoulder.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they literally made it to play us with Buster. And then he comes in and he's supposed to be like the final piece that unlocks like a Benjamin
Drop
Gates.
40.
No, it's exactly that, you know. You see all these like B movies, adventure, where they just like put a little piece of a puzzle into a wall and it turns into Alibaba's fucking treasure. That's how he's supposed to be, right? And it's very, very hard to step into that situation and immediately deliver in literally the most important game of the event. So I wish Axel was here. Very selfishly, I wish he was here. Everybody wants to see this clown on as a 5. But if he does come, then he better have some serious mental stamina for that.
I hope he's just been on DM every day for like 12 hours, playing some Pug, playing some Face. I don't know, just doing everything, right?
He would have to just do yoga. That's what I would do if I were him. I would just go into a yurt and just for like a week just to make sure that he hits the spot.
Can we practice this end? How are we doing this?
It's just about breathing, right? So,
okay,
what you got to do is you're going to breathing for about 4 seconds.
Okay. Oh, I did it through my nose, out my nose.
The mouth or the nose is not that important. What is important is the consistency of the stream, right? You don't
so not all like...
Exactly. It has to be like quiet and calm. So you do 4, you hold for 2, and then you do 4 again.
Fans, we're going to do this at home. Let's go. Ready?
Let's go. Very good for the parasympathetic nervous system.
Also,
it actually works. Like physically, it has an impact on you. You do that 6 to 8 times in a row.
Yeah.
Every now and then, it resets your neurological system. It's pretty cool. You can trick your brain into thinking you're having a good time.
Well, there's a fake Dr. Banks and there's a real Dr. Maniac, and that's what matters most. See you guys in a bit. Love you, man. All right, the Heroic boys are playing football. I'm going to go interrupt their fun. Oh. Hello, boys. We're very active as always. Hello, Shush. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh,
How about you?
Oh.
Be careful of this guy.
I'm about to say, I've seen injuries and everything else with you guys, but everyone's healthy right now.
Yeah, we're doing good. Having some exercise,
Get yourself warmed up.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask this. Yesterday's game, people say about semi-finals, quarterfinals. It does matter, right? Even if you've already got a playoff spot in there. Nice try. It does matter though, but for you guys, how did you feel that game kind of got out of hand? Like Nuke, I feel like you definitely had a chance, but obviously losing both pistols didn't really help.
No, I mean, I think it's mostly come up to third map where we had a lot of advantages, and of course it is an advantage to get in the semi-final as well. But in the end, we get one more match in the arena, so that's fine as well.
So you're just going to enjoy the experience the whole way through. But looking at the crazy clutches and the back and forth though, right? It wasn't even like, I can say both teams played badly or anything like that Well done, Sam. Thank you for catching that. It was more like you both made mistakes. You both got into such crazy situations. So in games like that, what are you talking about? Because you guys have this great team atmosphere. So how do you stay mentally strong through back-to-back NertZ clutches, for example?
Yeah, I think it's mostly coming up to reading the game. I felt like we were reading the game pretty well, and we put ourselves in some good situations, and we just didn't get enough out of it. We gave them too much space sometimes. For example, one round in CT Mirage where we smoked ticket in the 4v2. I was like, why throw smoke and give them so much space to work in? Yeah. So it was just us making some clumsy mistakes, not trading.
And would it be fair to say in the first map,